Hey guys, what's up? It's Kendall again and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Kendall. I do videos all things makeup, beauty, and life. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure to hit that subscribe button below. Let's get into today's look. Today's video, I kind of want to just chill, tone it down, and talk about something that I feel like I can give advice on. Today, we're keeping the makeup very, very simple. This can be an everyday go-to makeup look. Doesn't take much effort. I wear a lot of makeup, okay? I'm a full glam girl. So this may be too many steps for some of you, but for some of us who still want to feel full glam, but yet not put in too much effort to do like a full eye look, this is going to be perfect for you. Look how cute these little clips are. They're little chocolate chip cookies. Like, that's so cute. Shout out to Autumn and Lilith at work who gave me those clips. Love you guys. Okay, let's start with brows. Oh, my dog just wants to destroy the house. Okay. Starting out with brows today, we are going in with girl, it's just me here talking to a camera. I'm going in with the NYX Professional Brow Pencil. This is my go-to, girl, has been for years, but we're just going to kind of brush through the brows and add little strokes throughout to make just a little more definition and shape to the brow. Going over the brows with the Brows Free Gel by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This has been my go-to brow gel lately, and I just have really been loving it. My skin prep today is going to be all POV per usual. So if you don't know what POV products I use, it's the whole line, girl. There is something that I really wanted to chat about in today's video because it not only does it go with my tarot card of the week, but it just goes with life in general. And we are approaching seasonal depression, okay? We're approaching that time of year. So I thought this was a good video to kind of put out this week and, I don't know, see who it lands to, see who it helps. I think mental health is extremely important to talk about, and it shouldn't be a taboo topic. But specifically, I want to talk about anxiety and depression because we see that most, especially around this season, especially with the holidays coming around. It can be a really hard time of year for everybody. And I thought that we could just kind of touch on the topic and kind of some coping mechanisms that might help you. I myself have dealt with anxiety and depression since a very young age, probably like 14. And yes, I'm diagnosed. Don't come for me in the comments. Mostly depression. So I will be speaking mostly to that portion, but I do want to put some resources here on the screen for you in case you need them in your area. But of course, these are just going to be the overall general resources, and I will plop the New York resources here if you're in the state of New York, but you can also research resources in your current state of residence. If you're someone who is finding themselves struggling during this season and you're looking for some outlets and maybe you can't afford therapy or just can't get into a therapist right now, here's some tips that I can give you to kind of get through the season, especially the holiday season. If you do find yourself that you're down in the dumps, I really just challenge you every day to just get dressed. That's like step one. If you're just chilling around the house for the day, maybe that looks like throwing on your favorite pair of PJs, or maybe you put on leggings and a hoodie. Just get out of the clothes that you slept in, because to your brain, it's like a check mark of completion of like you accomplished something today. If you can get dressed for the day, try the next thing of making your bed. Making your bed every day is really just a small accomplishment that you can look at and just feel good about because you did it. You got out of bed, and that can be a really big struggle for people this time of year. Another thing that people struggle with is not really knowing the cause of their depression. And so I really encourage you to kind of do some self-reflection exercises and see where your depression may be stemming from. This goes for anxiety too. Once you find the root of it, and sometimes there is no root, unfortunately, and trust me, I totally get that. But for some people, there is a root cause. And once you know that, it makes it easier to develop coping mechanisms that suit you specifically. Foundation of today is going to be House Labs. Speaking of coping mechanisms, let's kind of go over some different ones that I have found have been really beneficial for myself and my friends who have tried them. This one isn't accessible to everybody, so I totally understand if you can't make this happen, and some days it is really hard just to get there. But going to the gym was one of the first coping mechanisms I tried when I was a teenager, kind of really struggling with my mental health. My therapist at the time had recommended going to the gym just to blow off some steam. Let me tell you, lifting weights does a lot for your mental health, whether you walk in there with a specific goal or you walk in there just to blow off steam. I used to power lift specifically because I had a lot of anger and rage, but that helped me kind of deal with what I had going on. Getting to the gym, moving your body, setting goals for yourself of just walking out the door and getting there can make all the difference in your attitude after. Kind of like a sense of accountability, not me looking like peanut butter baby really quick, but it's a sense of accountability that just makes you feel good. And after you do it, you're like, well, it didn't harm me by doing this. Like, even if you're disappointed and you still feel down or whatever, at least you didn't do anything to make yourself worse. Going in with the Too Faced contour stick in the shade Chocolate Shuffle. Another mechanism that really worked for me is journaling, and that could work for you too. But journaling, there's so many different ways to go about. So you really have to find what works for you, because just because a certain journaling prompt worked for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Try a couple of different prompts for you and see what kind of clicks with helping you just release an emotion. Because my biggest thing I want to tell you is that emotions are meant to be felt, not held on to. And that's one of the best quotes. And I say it every single day, literally as much as I possibly can to people, because it's so true. Emotions are meant to be felt. You can't just sit in them or you just become a miserable person. And it's your responsibility to take care of your emotions. It's unfortunate that bad things happen to us in this life that have caused us to struggle with our mental health, but it's extremely important for you to take the responsibility of taking care of yourself, no matter if it was your fault or not. Your mental health is your responsibility, and it's really important that you seek help so you can be the best version of yourself. It's not fair that these things happen to you or that you get depression and anxiety out of nowhere, but it's important that you use it as one thing. I just want to cut off that thought. One thing I really want to drive into, if you take away one thing from this video, is that you don't have depression. You don't have anxiety. You suffer from episodes of depression and you suffer from episodes of anxiety. Okay? Do not give the term and diagnosis the power of that's who you are. Okay? It's a part of who you are. No, it's just something that you go through. And it can be chronic and sometimes it can't be chronic, but it's not a part of who you are. It's just something that you suffer with. And I think that really helps you take control of it and give it less of an opportunity to fully take over, because your brain is such a powerful, powerful thing. And what you think is really important to who you are, how you act, and how you feel. So start with that. The NARS Afterglow blush in the shade Brazen, mixing that with the Tarte Man-Eater blush. This is in the shade Pink. And lastly, the Say brush in the shade Baby Pink. Back to what I was saying about journaling though, try a couple of these prompts. First, I just want you to kind of write what's on your mind. Okay, what's going on? What'd you do with your day? How did you feel with your day? Just kind of freely write without a prompt at all and just see where your thoughts take you. Write without having an idea of what you're gonna write, because then it just, whatever comes to your mind, you write it out and you get it out of your head. That's step one. Two, another thing you can do is if a certain thing or situation or person is upsetting you or causing you the anxiety and depression in your life, whether it's old, new, whatever, write them a letter in your journal and then burn it, or just leave it in your journal for you to kind of go back to and read again when the feelings come up. Writing a letter to someone, I do this a lot in my journals to anyone who's really like done me wrong. You have a letter, baby, if you've ever done me wrong. I really find that writing a letter to someone is so releasing, even when you don't send it, because you're just letting out the thoughts and the feelings that you have. And it's like burning someone without actually burning them. So it's very releasing. Okay, don't mock it till you try it. Before I go in with that Baby Pink, I am going to go in with the Lancome concealer, the Ultra Wear. I've been really enjoying this concealer, honestly. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. If those journal prompts don't work for you, there are a ton of even like TikTok videos, YouTube videos that have journal prompts to help you in your current situations. Just look them up and you'll find one that you might kind of click with. But journaling is really, really a great resource of getting your thoughts onto paper, and it helps you self-reflect as well. So we have working out, we have journaling. The next thing that I would really recommend is getting outside in nature. Depending on where you are and the accessibility that you have, I really encourage you to go out, get in nature, whether you walk on a trail, walk in Central Park, walk by the ocean, wherever you are and whatever you have access to, just get outside, okay? I live in New York now, so the winters can be really, really tough because it's so cold. But honestly, just going for a quick walk with my dog in the snow sounds like such a great mechanism to just get outside and breathe in fresh air, get off my electronics, stop doom scrolling, stop laying around in bed being unproductive. It's just like a nice thing to go outside, get a crisp breath of fresh air, and then go on with my day. You would be really surprised with how impactful just getting out in nature can really help you. Go connect with nature. If you don't want to get outside and connect with nature, another thing that could really help you, and I've done this myself, is volunteering at a local animal shelter. Whether it's once a month or once a week, it's honestly a great way to surround yourself with animals that you love and can bring you a lot of happiness. And the people there are also animal lovers. So it's someone you can connect with, and it's getting yourself out of the house, giving yourself something productive to do while also contributing to something good. Another great thing that a lot of people don't want to do, even if they don't struggle with anxiety and depression, and I challenge you to do this at least once in your life and see how freeing it is, go out to dinner or go to a cafe and read a book by yourself. Go somewhere by yourself. It doesn't mean you have to have a bunch of friends. It doesn't put the pressure on you to contact people when you just feel like being alone for a little bit, because I totally get it. Sometimes we need to isolate to take care of ourselves and just be down. But I don't want you to isolate too much and become inaccessible to other people, because connection with people is really, really important. So still put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to go grab breakfast by yourself, go to a cafe and read a book by yourself, kind of just like go to a bookstore by yourself, do anything. Go to Marshall's, girl, spend some you time. Powder today is going to be the Morphe Bacon Set Setting Powder in the shade Brightening Pink, and also just the Huda Beauty Setting Powder in Baby Bake. If you're listening to this and you're like, Kendall, I don't want to do any of those things. I'm so depressed. I don't want to do any of those things. Okay, that's fine. How about you try this? And it takes no effort, no money at all. Honestly, romanticize your life. Romanticize something about your day that you can look forward to every single day. For me, it's my coffee. Me and my coffee in the morning. Ooh, I just love flipping my coffee thing up, pulling out the old K-cup, putting in a new one, hitting start, listening to it brew, hanging out, watching it brew, like pouring in my creamer. Okay, not me giving you a step-by-step on how to make coffee, but it's just like the little steps of making a coffee and then sitting down in the morning and drinking it, or just drinking it on my way to work or whatever it may be. That is my little token of happiness in this life, okay? And that has honestly been a little thing that I've been implementing into my life for the past few years, is just the act of romanticizing that and how that affects my entire day. And it's right in the morning, so it's gonna hit different, and it's kind of like setting up my day for how I want it to go. So by romanticizing my coffee, I'm giving myself something positive to look forward to every single day, and it happens right in the morning. So I have no excuse to not romanticize it, because it's gonna be there for me every single day. Not only that, but my morning routine is my girl. I romanticize my skincare in the morning and at night, brushing my teeth, flossing my teeth. My morning time is what I like idolize in my life, okay? My morning time is very much my me time. And so it's really important to me that I do make the time to do those things, because not only do they help me stay productive and on top of taking care of me physically, but it's also helping me mentally, because it's giving me something to be happy about and something to just spend time with me and my thoughts. Whenever I'm drinking my morning coffee, I never do anything stressful. I always keep it nice and light so that it's not associated with something negative. So typically I like to do my makeup and have my coffee. I do my skincare and have my coffee. I hang out with my dog, or I read a book and have my coffee, or I'm headed into work. So it really depends on the day, but overall I'm doing things that really just, ooh, they feed my soul. You know what I mean? Going in really quick and setting with the last of my Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray, the old formula. They recently switched their formula for this product, and I'm not a fan. So enjoying my last couple sprays of this, because it's garbage after today. On top of that, I'm going in with the ColourPop Liquid Highlighter in Sugar Donut. But guys, do you get the theme of what I'm saying? It's not only for depression, but anxiety as well. Just find your little loves in life. And I know at times it seems like we're so nihilistic. There's nothing good going on. The world is shit. I honestly think that your mindset changes your day. So really catch yourself when you're having those thoughts of life sucks, nothing ever works out for me. Because if you speak those into your mind and out loud about yourself, words hold so much power, like so much power. If you practice just for a week and switch up how you talk about yourself, how you think about yourself, I think you would really, really self-reflect at the end of the week and say like, oh my God, my mind and perspective on things kind of switched up a little bit. It definitely is something that takes practice. You don't just get to like jump into it and all of a sudden you're fixed in 2 days, because obviously these things we suffer with come and go as the seasons come and go, or as dates come and go, whatever it may look like for you. MAC Matte Finish Bronzer. Oh, in the shade Medium Rose. We're going in and hitting this on the lid. Honestly, everything looks different for everyone, so you really just have to play around with things and see what works for you. But ultimately, if you are really struggling, please go talk to a therapist or try to get into one. These are just a few of my tips that I like to tell people to do in order to kind of just start the ball rolling, because some people don't have the access to therapy or to health professionals to get help. So trust me, I've been there. I am there. I still focus on myself and taking care of myself, because at the end of the day, baby, it's just you. It's just you, okay? And I don't mean that in a nihilistic way of like, nobody gives a shit about you. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that like it's your responsibility to take care of you, and you got you at the end of the day, okay? So if you're really, really, really struggling, please don't be afraid to reach out to someone, whether it's a friend, family member, a complete stranger, professional help. This could be our first responders. Just reach out and get help. I know it's really hard and nobody ever really does it, especially for depression. It's really hard to reach out, but I have seen too many people take their own lives in the past 3 years, and this goes even way back to my early teenage years of really close friends of mine trying to commit suicide, struggling with suicidal ideation. So this is something I hold near and dear to my heart, and I will always, always, always be so open about talking about it, because it's important that we talk about it. And these people don't always like to step forward. They don't always like to talk about it. Sometimes it's the happiest people around you who are struggling the most. And it's really sad to think about, because it is such a silent thing that people struggle with. But there's a lot of things that you can take care of. And what I've learned the most is that when people take their own lives, what they leave behind are a ton of people who actually cared for them that they probably didn't even recognize gave two shits about them. There are people out there who probably you don't talk to often, and there's probably people out there that you haven't talked to in years that they would still be upset to hear about you not being here anymore. So I just want to say that you are completely loved. Okay, I know it's so cliche. I know it's so stupid. I feel stupid saying that sometimes, but it's so true. Like, even when you have nobody, there's somebody who cares about you. There's somebody who still loves you. Somebody who thinks about you every now and again. They just might not reach out to you. And that's okay. Your life has purpose here. So please stick around. And if you ever want to feel like a weirdo or whatever, make content. Make content. Do something you're passionate about. Find your hobbies. Try different things. I've been doing social media content for 2 years now, going on 3 soon, which is crazy. Do I have a big following? No, not really. That's okay. This is fun for me. This is something I look forward to. I found a hobby that I really, really enjoy. Not only do I love makeup, but I love content creation and being creative and editing videos. And it's something that truly gives me happiness and has helped my mental health a lot, regardless of some negative comments that may come my way. Whatever. That's just what you get with social media. You got to have a bit of a strong, like, thick skin to be on social media. But what I'm saying is, I'm ranting, I'm sorry. What I'm saying is that There's so many things, there's so many opportunities out there. And I always tell myself, when has it not worked out for me? Eventually. It may take years. There's still things that are working themselves out. But let me tell you, I dabble in tarot. I dabble in astrology and moon things and candles and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, I am still a Christian. And I do believe that God and the universe has a plan for me and has a purpose for me. So I know that I'm being worked on day by day, and that's okay. So I'm a work in progress, and I can't expect perfection out of myself, just trying to be the best version of me. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. Okay? Try to be the best version of you. Put yourself out there, try different coping mechanisms. Let me know in the comments below if there's coping mechanisms that work for you that I didn't mention in today's video, or if you try one of these coping mechanisms and you really like it, let me know in the comments, because I would love to hear about it. I would love to hear you share. So let's finish up today's makeup look because we're almost done. I just wanted to touch on that topic because I can, and I want to, and I love you. I am going to touch my 18CT Matte Essentials Morphe palette, but only for just a little bit of like a medium shade of a brown, because I want to add just like the smallest little flick of a wing. That's not really a wing. Per usual, when I just do mascara, I always brush through my lashes before, because I do wear falsies like a lot. And sometimes the glue gets all caught up in my eyelashes, so I want to make sure that they're combed out. Per usual, mascara only looks, always going in with a curler. I know today was a bit of like a heavier topic, but it's, like I said, it's something that I feel like needs to be talked about more, and I am more than happy to be the girl talking about it, okay? So it's okay. It's okay. I want to do these videos at least once a year and check in with you guys. See where you're at. See where I'm at. I don't really know. But it's just something that I will always preach about, talk about, give advice about, receive advice about. You guys get the drift. So, sorry I'm all over the place today, but mascara today is the Bad Gal by Benefit mascara. I've been hopping between this and the Hella Thick by Rihanna, or by Fenty, Rihanna's brand. Guys, mascara is on. Let's finish up with these lips. I'm going in with the MAC lip pencil in Cool Spice. Really going in super light because I just want a shadow for my lips. I should probably wipe off all my foundation first, actually. Just use my sleeve. Okay, quick little line. And then I just found this product actually from work. It is the Polite Society Big Mouth Lip Plumping Oil Gloss. This shit is no joke. Literally, your lips will be burning in the depths of hell because it's so plumping. And this is just their regular one. They have an extreme one. Crazy. I'm scared. I'm scared of that because this, if you accidentally get this in your mouth and your throat, you're literally going to choke to death. Not actually, but like, girl, it's spicy, okay? Oh, see, I just got on my tongue on accident. This also does not smell good. See the plump that gave me? Insane. Oh, it burns so good. It burns so good. This is going to be the final look today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. This is my first time kind of switching up like a natural glam, and this might be my everyday go-to now for just something simple when I don't feel like doing a full glam. You know what I mean? Like, it's still full glam enough for me. But this is the final look, guys. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys get through this season. Don't forget to reach out to those resources. I will put them at the end of this video as well for you. And I love you. You are loved. And that is going to do it today. I will see you in the next one. Love ya. Okay, my lips are burning.